Strength Coach TV. I'm Anthony Renna. We're back here at New York Strong. I'm here with Todd Giorgi. Todd, thanks for coming on again.
Thank you very much.
All right, if you remember, go back 2 episodes. We came here when Todd was doing some construction, much quieter right now, all right? There was a lot of drilling going on, etc. Place was empty. They were bringing stuff in. Actually brought in a couple boxes that day to help Todd. It was out in the truck. So we're gonna go, that was Labor Day weekend. Today is November 19th. We're gonna go over just some of the, Todd, talk to us, because you know, that's the one thing. We always have dates where we're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do it, you know, by this day we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, boom. But life happens.
Yes.
To keep it G-rated. Talk to us about some of those things, some of the problems that you encountered trying to open up, you know, over the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. Easiest thing I can describe is, and I don't remember if we went into this on the last episode, but I pretty much signed the lease August 1st, and I was getting out of the other space by September 1st. So you've got a month to get out of that place, and you know, if you remember from the previous episode with what this place had looked like, we had a lot to accomplish in 30 days. That only wasn't just for the structure of the building and the actual gym and the setup and equipment. In those 30 days, we were also trying to, you know, we were going to attempt to get advertising done, our systems in place. We started using an online system for classes and registrations and signups and payments. So basically, we were trying to get a little too much done in 30 days. But again, the goal was just to get out of the other place because the lease was ending, and this place had came along at that right time. So that's pretty much what we were trying to do. We really tried to do a lot in those 30 days.
And you're trying to keep your clients trained during that month of August at the old place. Kind of get a quick turnaround so they don't even feel it. It was Labor Day weekend. Okay, maybe they're going away. Cool time. That's a great time to move.
Sure.
And then, you know, get everything going. And then by Tuesday, hey, here we are.
Yeah. So I remember that vividly. So the good news about that exact timing was it was the end of August, big vacation time, Labor Day weekend, not very busy. The weekend before Labor Day, I remember I did a strongman competition in Virginia, drove home that night, ate, went to bed, woke up, and I was here taking down the ceiling literally the next day, Sunday morning at 7 a.m. You know, no rest, no nothing. And that all week I did not see clients. Chris was still seeing clients at the other place, and that's when we were again just taking the ceiling down, trying to get the floor stuff. The contractors were still here doing the rest of their work that they were doing. Again, that last episodes, they were just even putting in the railings that day. So there's so many final last minute touches that going on at that time. So the timing was good. Literally though, some of the things that we were faced with, there's a restaurant above us. They had some issues as far as leaks with some pipes. So I literally remember that Monday night, Labor Day night, there was a cracked pipe.
Oh boy.
And it was like we had just put new flooring down. And it was just, it looked like there was a thunderstorm in here. And you know what I mean? So those are things that like, you know what I mean? So not only clean up, address that, those were a couple of little things that we were obviously dealing with right beforehand. But the goal was to be able to see Tuesday morning, September 2nd, our regular Tuesday schedule that was at the other place. So
awesome. Well, place looks great. We're gonna go basically do the same tour we did last time and see how great it does look. So let's go outside.
Awesome. Okay, we're the outside of the building, and from the last episode, some of the things that you'll see. I don't even remember actually if we had the vinyls in the window, but anyway, we've got the logo. That went up first, and then down the line, once we got approved for the awning, little things that you need too. You need permits to do that. They need to put up a sign to announce to the village that there's going to be a meeting, that we want to put a sign up. So the little red tape things that go on. So you're waiting on that. You're waiting for the committees to meet and actually approve everything. So we obviously couldn't do any of that until all that got approved. That got approved, I think, the end of September, actually. So literally the next week, the awning went up. Our beautiful awning, you know, the logo and everything, and the numbers on the door. We did some stuff on the side window too, which you could probably even catch from the inside. You know, our parking signs. One small little tidbit I'll throw in, we got 4 parking spaces, but I literally myself, I had to make these lines to get 4 spots. People didn't know where to park in the beginning because we were parking, like to get it, one has to be on an angle, the other one has to be straight. So at one point I came out here and just drew some lines so we can utilize the 4 spaces. So that's pretty much it from outside.
Nice.
Yeah. Come on in. Cool, our beautiful logo on our mat, our entrance mat. Yeah, and same thing from the side too. Like this came later. Another thing you think about after the fact.
Yeah.
The side window. So when traffic is coming down, this is it's a one way. They're not going to see our awning and our logo right from the start. So again, just something else to capture capture the person's attention. So. The ceiling was down probably the first episode we did, so that we finished taking the ceiling down, putting the floor in. All the equipment now is set up the way that we want. Down here, this was our main room, which we do one-on-one training, and as well as like our overflow from the private upstairs. But these are our group classes. So also within the last couple months, we've added more classes, our morning and our evening classes. This is where we also do open gym. So we have some athletes that actually come down to get their hands on strongman equipment. Again, we do strength training, we do corrective work. There's a lot of things that we do here, but one of our niches is really obviously getting strong, strength training, and with that being strongman training. So we have just about every implement you can think of. So competitors that can't get their hands on tires, or a Husafel stone right here, or kegs from 75 to 250 pounds, or sandbags, or Hummer tires, or a car frame deadlift, or these logs in the back, circus dumbbells, axles, Conan's wheel, Viking press, Atlas stones, you name it. So people get to come here during our open gym hours and use that equipment where they would normally be able to.
So you have a different membership price point for that?
Sure, yeah. So we would do just like a day pass where they would come in during our open gym hours. Okay. And also people can even do like a monthly type thing. So, you know, not working with the trainer, they can come and just use the facility and use the equipment.
And the one thing about that is it's kind of a, I don't want to say small community, but, you know, it's a community of strongmen, and, you know, you yourself enter these competitions, people know who you are, so it's kind of one of those things where like you probably, you know, don't have people just dropping in out of nowhere.
No, right. They're finding us, exactly, they're searching for that. I'm pretty positive I can say that we are the only strongman gym in Westchester County. Again, there are other clubs, most likely CrossFit boxes, because of what they incorporate. They may have a yoke, they may have one log, they may have 1 or 2 stones, they may have a tire, some more than others, but that's the thing. We are the only known strongman gym in Westchester County. So if you're competing that and you're in this area, again, it's pretty much worth the drive so that you can get to use this stuff. So it is definitely a select, you know, select market there.
And you designed this too so you can have some competitions in here.
Correct. Eventually what we would like to do is probably, I mean, it's big enough to hold a small competition, not a very large one inside, because it's about a 55-foot length here. You know, probably a little bit longer if we move some stuff out of the way, but definitely something we'd like to hold in the near future. Which would be a lot of fun. Do a little fundraiser. Most likely proceeds will go to an animal shelter or something. Knowing me in Chester's name, that's for sure. So like one of the things we've got down here, we have 5 squat racks. We use these Rogue. I love these because it's a yoke, but we use it as a squat rack. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we got the Jacobs here, and you know, whenever I want to use it as a yoke, I just pull the crossbar down, boom, I can do a yoke run within 60 seconds. So it's already set up for that, and as I said, it gives us the extra squat rack down here. So yeah, that's pretty much this downstairs room here. This was a closet which we had opened up and kind of made a little mobile kitchen, little front desk area, things that we would run into. After Labor Day, our goal was obviously to get our clients here and start doing business without losing any days and any client sessions. So, you know, from here over, we had our gym space ready so that we can see clients. But you know, we didn't have this floor done yet. This counter wasn't stained. One of the bathrooms wasn't painted yet. And these are the things that, you know, in hindsight, you think about trying to save some money. We put a lot of money into this place, but we would have put a lot more into it if we were paying other people to take down a ceiling or to put in a floor. Luckily, we're handy. My partner, Chris, is a little more handy than I am. He's the one that actually put in this floor. Nice. You know, so we've got the saw on the back, you're cutting panels. With all that we had to do, we got backed up. All right. Yeah. So that was some of the delays too. And it was just really the amount of workload that, you know, you think, okay, how long does it take to take down a ceiling? Oh, you can do it in a day. Yeah. No, that's ladder, 15 feet in the air, tile, move the ladder, another tile. I mean, you know, you just really think that actually took weeks, not a day, you know. So anyway, we've got our 2 bathrooms here, shower in this one. Now, the other thing we were going to do, this is the one part that's not finished. We have this back hallway, which was going to be like a locker room, changing room type thing. So that's one thing we still have to do. But you can kind of take a peek back here. We'll show you this. It's not much. You know, nobody's coming back here now. But what we were going to do is like some lockers or let people put their gym bags or something here. We had built out these changing rooms right here. So this is obviously for when we get busier, when we have a group class of, let's say, 8-10 people coming in here. We're not just tying up the bathrooms. Yeah. So we had all this extra space back here, so we're just trying to figure out what to do with it. So that was the original plan, which we're going to probably still go with, but that just wasn't priority. That's why this came last. It was like, we need to have a gym set up, and when new people walk in, they see, oh wow, this looks like a really nice cool gym. What do you guys do here? That's why this kind of went off to the side. Yep. So this will eventually come. We're just using it for some back storage now, but this will eventually get cleaned up. And as I said, some lockers and just more where people can kind of come in, throw their stuff down, change, and then get out on the gym floor. So
we going this way?
We're going back this way. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So just scoot through there.
So last time we came up through here.
Yes.
We came through this door.
So it's locked from the other side. That's why we didn't go through that way. Yeah. So what we did here, we took down this wall, and this one is 2. This was like a separate office. So we had, and that was the other thing. How are we going to use these 3 different levels? Yeah. And at first I had said no. I'm like, no, it just doesn't make sense. You know, what am I going to do with 3 different levels? But then after I thought about it, and this is the time that goes into it, the hours I spent at home with floor plans and ideas and being creative, what can go where, measuring every single piece of equipment I have. Yeah. And I'm not an architect, but I'm putting it on plans and saying what will fit, how is it going to work. Surprisingly, everything came out pretty well. So what we have up here, we have our kettlebells along there. This is pretty much like our stone area for the strongman training. And we will eventually have some different platforms built. Again, another thing that just was not priority. That was going to happen by September 1st. So we still have our old platform, which is some adjustable heights. We've got our couple of glute ham raises here. That's pretty much what this room is. Also now when somebody comes in, they usually come up and they warm up in this area. So they'll grab a mat, you got your rollers here, some tennis balls, lacrosse ball, any type of mobility or just warm up drill here. And that's just obviously if that room has some training going on and there's a class going on. So this is just another dedicated area for somebody to come in and do that, And up here is the one-on-one. That was the thing from the last episode at Revive Fitness Studio we ran into, which was the size of this room. When we're doing a class, we can't do a one-on-one session. So that was, which way do we go? Do we just do one-on-ones? Do we just do groups? Well, I want to do both. I like doing both. We are doing both. So that's how the different levels worked out as well. So we keep that as the main room in the classes and the smaller large groups. And up here is when we're doing the one-on-one. So we've got a nice power rack, another squat rack, a bench up here. Leg press, hack squat, cable machine, dumbbells, leg curl, back extension, reverse hyper, dip station, dumbbells. So we've got a lot up here to do our one-on-one sessions. And we've had a couple people up here. And again, like if there's not a class going on and there's 3 trainers here, I mean, we have this whole space, you know, so it's
Yeah.
not like we have to just stay up here. A lot of times I'm training people down there on that rack.
Yep.
The other aspect is the private rooms back here. This is so like an assessment and bodywork room that I'm in a lot, which I did not have at my old space. Yeah, so this was not even together the last time.
Yeah.
And again, I don't even remember if the floor was down.
No, not at all.
So we've got this all set up. You know, again, minor things. When we built this, okay, now we have to cut ceiling tiles.
Yeah.
You know, see, these are the little things that I really didn't want to open. And these are just little things that we have to still address.
Yeah.
But now that the business is taken off,
Yeah.
it's like I've been trying to get all those fine-tuning all of that stuff where that's priority as opposed to that ceiling tile, you know? We'll eventually get around to that. But you know, again, it was really now I just need to be able to work. You know what I mean? I need to be able to see clients. We need to be able to see clients out there and get to business. And that's what we're able to do. And
Cool.
there's probably always going to be little things, you
Yeah.
know, that need to, you know, that need to be addressed. And those things pop up too. And we've got the office back here. You get to say hello to the dogs.
Oh, look at them. Who's kind of better than them?
That's coconut and macaroon.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Now, Todd, one question from a marketing perspective. You know, I'm called 5 Iron Fitness. Nobody's coming to me for weight loss or, for the most part, like strength stuff.
Sure.
Now, I can do those things. We both started out at Equinox. We worked with everybody, right? Have you found it all, like maybe some people might be intimidated, or are there some personal training clients who like came to you for a few years, like now there's all this banging that they might not want to come at night during that, or has there been any of that?
Yes and no. So what I've also realized is, you know, you need to do what you love. And I love strength training. I love strongman, you know.
Yeah.
Is it going to appeal to everybody? No. But if you're trying to run a business that's going to appeal to everybody and cover everything, you're most likely going to fail. And it took me a long time to realize that, you know, really with developing a niche. And with that being strongman here, I mean, that's definitely our niche market. You know, that's one thing that we do. We're good at, you know. And we have, as I said, a lot of the equipment, most of the equipment. The thing about strength training and calling it New York Strong, because again, it's not just, we just do strongman here,
Yeah.
you know, and I tell people that, but yes, we're focused around building strength, which I've never really had too many people say that, no, I don't want to get too strong, or
Yeah.
I think I'm strong enough. You normally don't get that.
Yeah.
And you know, in my opinion, you can never be too strong. You can actually be too flexible. You know, that can actually be a problem, you know, cause some joint issues. You know, but again, you can't be too fast, you know, like, oh, he's too fast. So people are always going to be intimidated. But my job also is to educate people that, you know, strength training is also about the level that you are at as an individual. You know, if that means you're back squatting 135 or you're back squatting 335, you're going to work at your level, you know. So strength training for one client who's 60 years old may be the bar with no weight on it.
Yeah.
And she's doing 5 sets of 5 or whatever the case may be. So yeah, you're always going to run into that. As I said, it's my job to educate people and how they're going to benefit from this and how it's going to improve their quality of life. Again, people are always going to, you know, maybe intimidate a little bit. All my clients that have been with me throughout the years have been with me through the whole transition.
Yeah.
So they've seen me grow, and I think that's great too, because you know, if I was still doing the same exact thing I was doing at Equinox in 2006, I'd probably be pretty unhappy. You know, you get exposed to new things, different methods, new ideas. So I'm at a place now where I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I've got a lot of people in a real nice community that's on board and doing that too. And a lot of those people have said, oh, hey, can you think I can ever pick up that song? You think I could flip that tire?
Yeah.
You know, and how empowering it is to take somebody that never walked into a gym before and just getting them to do squats for the first time was a big move from them, taking them out of just running on the treadmill or the elliptical, reading a magazine, to now squatting was a big step. To get that person to flip a tire and see the, you know, the expression on their face is great. And that's not for everybody. I don't make everybody do that, but especially if somebody inquires about it and is interested in it, sure, absolutely.
Very cool. You created something really great here. And
cool, thank you.
Really appreciate you sharing it with us, and
Awesome.
wish you the best of luck moving
Awesome.
forward.
Thank you so much, Anthony. All right.